G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the War for Cybertron Siege Crosshairs. Now, for those of you who are the most observant, will probably be saying, my crosshairs didn't come with two guns. That's very true. This is Pinpointer. He came with Legends Windblade, and I think I've already did either a review about him or I did a review in him. Anywho, here he is, Crosshairs. He is the recolor remold of Siege Ironhide. And here he is next to Windblade. I've decided to go back to this method because honestly I don't think it saves as much time as I thought it did. So there we go. So, if we take out his gun for the time being, put that to the side. Oops, that was a bit louder than expected. Take a quick look at him. He does roll. Plastic wheels, no rubber or whatnot. He has several ports, and we have, I think, a peg here, though I think more of the explosion points would go on that. Of course, we have the good old Siege coloring effect and all that, which most of us don't like in the first place. So, there we go. It's nice. I always did want another crosshair. I did have G1 crosshair, unfortunately, due to some wood that got dropped on him. He kind of snapped in half. The crap that used to come up with you when you were a child. Anywho, so these are stickers, and I think that is painted on, or typographed, or whatever it's called. So there you go. So, let's get down to transformation, which is quite easy, although I tend to forget a lot. So all I usually do, flip up here. Also, I always wanted a hot rod that does that. Saw it in the original movie, always wanted it, never happened yet. So we just fold that up for the time being. We're going to fold these pieces down and just plug in here. Oh, I didn't show it. I don't know if this is official mode, but honestly, for those of us who used to watch G1 Mask, you can fold that out, and now you have a flying wagon. And of course, because of these ports, you can always take his guns or other guns or whatever. You can always just plug them in. So there you go. That's the thing. And that was my air conditioner kicking back in. So we'll just fold that up just to give us a little bit more clearance. We'll fold these up a little bit. We'll flip these down. We don't want to flip them all the way down, which that one just unplugged. That's because of these pieces here. So all we're going to do is just lift the arms up and use his knees a little bit here. We'll fold those back up. Split the legs. You're going to fold in this and fold down this, and you can do that on both sides, like so, and there's a little tab that sort of holds them in place. Then kind of come back here, pull down his front bumper as far as it'll go. That has a possibility of coming off, so just be aware of that. You're then going to rotate here. There's an actual rotate mechanism in there. If you can see, it's just this blue bit here, and that rotates the entire body around till it sort of thumps into place. Now I will point out, it does feel hard to get back out, and I tend to have to turn it only to the right to get it back into robot mode. No, vehicle mode I should say. So we can straighten his legs up, bring this down a little bit more. We're going to untap the arms and bring them down. Turn at the shoulder and bring them down. We can push that into place, flip his head up, and that'll sort of kind of lock in. I don't think it really does. It's supposed to tap into here, if you can see it. This is sort of tab here. It's supposed to go in, so I'm not quite sure. It doesn't quite go in for me, and it feels like trying to tap that in. There we go, got it. The backpack doesn't want to go all the way. But putting that in, it does. Oh, there you go. I got it. rare for that to happen, and then this can fly up. Now, I won't lie. One thing I wish that this was solid color. I kind of wish it didn't have the transparent plastic, but thankfully it does for the white at the back. So there we go. There is Crosshairs in his robot mode. Now, before we get down to his accessories and stuff, we'll quickly do our articulation, but I will say that head does look nice. Looks okay. He is a bit gappy, but it is what it is. And of course, you've got more tabs and whatnot. You got here, under his feet, back here, so you can put your weaponizer on it. And I honestly think that's the only explosion point I can find. At least that's what I'm seeing. And he's in his gappy, as a lot of the other figures are. Well, apart from the back. Anywho, so head can rotate a full 360. It can look up that far, look down a little bit. It can do a bit of side to side due to the ball joint. Arms can do a full 360, go up that far, which helps a little bit with the transformation joint. He has bicep rotation. He has single jointed elbow, which gets you that far. He does have wrist rotation, but he has no fingers or anything. He doesn't have an ab crunch, which I'd be surprised if he did. He has waist swivel. His leg can go up that far. Can go back that far. Can go up pretty well. The only thing that's really stopping it is this bit of plastic in his body and the wheel. He has hip rotation. He has a single jointed knee. He has a big ankle tilt. And he... Let me try that again. That didn't quite work. So let's say no toe tilt, because that just sort of dislodges everything. So there we go. So let's arm him up a little bit. We'll go over his official weapon first. So here we have his blaster, rocket launcher, whatever you want to call it. You can use this port. It does help to straighten out his entire arm, like that. You can of course plug it into the side if you want. You can plug it up the back if you want. And of course, I haven't tried this yet, but there you go. You can even give him a shoulder launcher. So there we go. However, we can turn this into a missile hammer, or at least that's what I'm calling it. In which case you can hold it here. So it looks like he's gripping here. Or you can have hold down there, I suppose, if you want to look like he's more carrying it to a work site. So there we go. But personally, I just like holding that there, giving him a nice straight hand, and then grabbing pinpointer and straightening his other arm out. Plug goes in, and there we go. He has his proper target master, which I won't lie, I am looking forward to one day them making a third party and or official target master of this guy. Straighten his hand up a little bit. So there we go. So final size comparison. Here he is with MP10. And as you can see, he's about half the height of MP10. Give or take, about his hip joint to mid. Yeah, hip joint looks about right. So yeah, deciding on going back to this format of just bringing the figure in, I honestly is quicker than going, hey, look to this side, look to this side, look to this side. Maybe I'll do that for accessories instead of that. Yeah, make it a lot easier. Obviously, it'll make it a little bit harder with the longer videos, but let me know in the comments if you think I should go beyond my 15-minute limit. If you think that, hey, you really should be doing longer than 15-minute videos, it would help out and make things a little bit more smoother. So, but apart from that, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. I haven't got any of those yet. Either that or YouTube's not telling me. One of the two. Subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see all my all new posts. I post once a week, as I haven't said for a while, usually Tuesday at 1 a.m. PTSD. Try that again. AEST. So that way, if you're in Australia, especially on the east side, you'll be able to see this when you wake up in the morning. As for America, I think you'd be partway through the day at some point. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.